Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope this video goes well. Had some trouble getting on. It's Friday, and I don't know why I have troubles with connections, but it seems to be right at 5 o'clock that I have trouble with getting connected to go live. Isn't that odd? So, I hope that you're all here. I'm going to wait a few seconds for everyone to get on, and we'll get started. So, waiting to see if anyone's out there. Is anybody out there? I'm going to give it a few seconds. Today is Friday. Yay! Hola! Hola, Pamela. So, we are Delawareans Against Excessive Quarantine. This is our Live at 5 for Friday, May 22nd. It is day 72 of Governor Carney's state of emergency. 72. It's day 60 of the stay-at-home order. 60. So day 60 of the stay-at-home order. On March 24th at 8 a.m., a mandatory stay-at-home order was imposed on the citizens of Delaware by Governor Carney. Remember the 2 weeks to flatten the curve? 2 weeks to flatten the curve, 14 days. 60 days later, we are still here and hoping that that will be lifted on June 1st. We're still hoping that he doesn't extend that, so we'll see what happens there. Governor Carney, when he initiated this, used words like cannot, will not permit, will not allow. If you don't follow, we will have no choice but to shut you down. We were ordered to have no contact with others. Only essential businesses were permitted to stay open. So what did we do? We said, okay, if it's for the good of our people, we will trust you, government. You must know something we don't, right? As of March 30th, there were 7 deaths reported, deaths from complications from COVID-19. The example they mentioned at that time on the governor's website was a 92-year-old female who had significant underlying health issues. I tried to find out more information like age and if they had pre-existing health issues, and after speaking with many doctors, I found that most, if not all, were elderly with many serious health conditions, and if they caught a cold, that would have been enough for them to expire. And while this is sad and we showed patience and compassion, to quarantine the healthy was absolutely the worst thing we could have done. We know that now. All of this control was suspicious to many of us from the start, and now we know that this extreme government overreach is unconstitutional on many levels. This is why we are demanding as a group here that this state of Delaware must be reopened immediately. Every business, every daycare center, every school, every church, every restaurant, every beach, every park, and I mean fully reopen. The jig is up. Carney has forgotten he works for us. Schools, absolutely. You must reopen no later than our normal start date in the fall. I think we've been very patient and understanding. Districts must open schools. Quit waiting for the governor. Why are you waiting for the governor? Makes no sense. Districts must open. We will be addressing this subject much more in the coming week. We haven't really mentioned schools a lot. We're about to get real with the school situation. I will say this to school districts. I am hearing of a mandatory flu and pneumonia vaccination for our children and a start date of early August to end first semester at Thanksgiving break, taking 2 months off, and then a second semester in January with masks required the whole time. Please stop. Stop the madness. We know now. Don't be foolish. If our schools do not open, which is clearly in the best interest of our children who have not been affected by this virus, but have been tremendously affected by this shutdown, then I, myself, will be very proud to lead a large group of parents to sue school districts for failing to provide our children with proper education. They are not getting it now. That I can assure you. June 1st, Reopen Delaware Day. Businesses, you asked us to set a date. You asked for a date. You said, Lisa, set a date. DAEQ set a date, and we did. June 1st, fully reopen. Carney is throwing you crumbs. If you allow him to control your businesses with his absurd, unscientific, draconian restrictions, you will not make a profit. You know that. We have some suggestions. So take some extra steps to show that you are taking this seriously. We know that you are, but flaunt it. Do a thorough cleaning and videotape it. Videotape changes you've made to ensure the safety of your employees, clients, and patrons. One suggestion for restaurants, laminate your menus so that you can wipe them down with bleach water in between customers. You may already be doing this, but if not, it's a good suggestion. To have disposable menus, as Carney is mandating for restaurants, for every customer is ridiculous and so expensive for you. You know this. You guys know this. So we're helping you out here. We hope that you'll take those precautions and videotape them just to be sure. Just to be sure. We have a suggested sign to put out your entrance. It will be posted in this video thread. Thank you, Dee Dee. Dee Dee put the sign together for us, and it'll be also posted in our announcements. Thank you to Michael Oxborough, as he has this sign posted at his entrance of his business, and it's working very well for him. I suggest you post a copy of a medical study on masks if you like, showing the dangers of wearing them. That's just another suggestion. You can do what you want. And of course, we suggest that you put a copy of the Constitution at your entrance as well, because that is the law of our land. So June 1st, again, is Reopen Delaware Day. All businesses fully reopen. You decide how to run your business. The government doesn't own your business. You do. We have given some suggestions to help and will continue to do so. We are also in touch with an excellent attorney, and we will connect you to him if anything should happen to you or your business. On the 31st, we are planning a rally. It's very exciting. It's going to be a big one, for the very specific call to action for all businesses to fully reopen on June 1st. You have the support of this group of over 9,000 people and other groups as well. We are all here for you to support you in any way that we can. You have constitutional rights. We must fight to uphold them. These governors made a huge mistake. It's time we put them in their place and remind them of who they work for. And in November, Delaware, we must vote Carney out of office. It's very simple. He must be done forever. So, exciting news that you should probably have heard about. We posted it in the group this week. Canaan Baptist Church pastor, the Reverend Dr. Christopher Bullock, is suing the governor. This information is from WDL. I want to give Amy Cherry credit for it. She's an excellent journalist, and she's very fair. I love Amy Cherry. So she put in her article, Monday, Governor Carney, under the threat of a lawsuit, issued 4 pages of new guidelines that encouraged virtual service, but allowed synagogues, churches, and mosques to reopen for in-person services on Wednesday, May 20th at 8 a.m. at 30% capacity. Upon release of guidelines Monday, services were restricted to 1 day per week. Remember last week he ignored places of worship? Remember that? He even ignored his 89-year-old mother who was begging to go to Mass. Well, she probably can thank Dr. Bullock for that. Tuesday, Reverend Dr. Bullock filed the lawsuit. And now the guidance posted to the state's website shows the 1 day per week limitation for services was removed. So I just have to tell you again, guys, one person can make a difference. This is just one more example of that, and that is very, very exciting news. Bullock told WDEL the governor's restrictions are a double standard. As he noted, hundreds of other industries can reopen without such restrictive guidelines. He said, if people are allowed to go to Walmart, to the liquor store, gun shops, the beach, Target, the big box stores without restriction, why can't they go to church And why can't churches be open for worship? The lawsuit notes that law firms and other offices, right, not just law firms, and chicken processing plants where a significant number of COVID-19 infections in Delaware occurred, among many others, have no limitations at all. Not 10 persons, not 30% of fire marshal capacity, just 100% freedom. Why is that? And not churches. It's bizarre. Why not everything? Why aren't we free? It's a good question to ask, right? Bullock said to allow the state to dictate to the churches or to the preacher how long to preach, when to preach, how to serve communion, how to baptize, etc., etc. A certain percentage of people can come in and come out. It appears that the state is saying that you have to have an appointment to go to church. And that's not what the Bible says, nor is that practical, Bullock said. And we say, God bless you, Reverend Dr. Bullock. We're very excited about that. Today, President Trump's press briefing, did you catch it? It was a really good one. For houses of worship, he declared they are essential and that they provide essential services. Liquor stores and abortion clinics were deemed as essential, but not churches, synagogues, and mosques? Not right, he said. He corrected this injustice. Houses of worship are essential. Open right now. Open on Sunday. If they don't do it, the president will override the governors. So, governors, you're on notice. Carney, you're on notice. All right, there's an executive order that trumps you. Trumps you. Love it. Love it. Can't get better news today. This is very, very exciting. We need more of this to protect our businesses and schools to reopen immediately, and I expect some of that to come down the line. We're really hoping to hear more of that. So tomorrow, this is really important, guys. Before I go into this, remember our website, reopendelaware.org. And if you have any stories that you want to share with us, especially if you want to find a legal pathway, if you want to sue, then you can email us at delawareans@gmail.com. And we will get that to the proper attorney as soon as possible. So that's really important. So our rally tomorrow is a religious freedom rally. And even if you're not religious, this rally is also for you. I mean, we must all join together. As there is power in numbers, we are upholding our constitutional rights, which applies to all of us. In this country, we have freedom of religion, but you also have freedom from religion, if you should so choose. This is America. According to the preamble of our Constitution, we all have the unalienable rights, and among those are the pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. Those rights are being crushed right now. Let us stand together for our First Amendment rights. We are very excited and looking forward to hearing from Pastor Joy Hill. She opened her church last week. And Pastor Andy Stevens, you've seen him in a video that we've posted several times. We're very excited to have them as our featured speakers and guests. We may have a surprise guest as well. Also, we have special music, including our own member, Samantha Collins, singing her song that she wrote, New Normal. And it's a teenager's perspective, and it's just so exciting. We love Sam. Sam, we love you. Let's all celebrate President Trump's executive order and pray for him. Tomorrow, Legislative Green Park by the Freedom Bell at noon. Bring your American flags again. Let us have a sea of red, white, and blue. Again, as we stand up for our country that we love and we miss so much, the United States of America. I'm getting choked up, guys. This has been rough. Okay. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. I'm so excited. I really, really look forward to these times when we can gather and get together. Please, everyone, do your best to come. I know a few people are out of town, few people have to work, but the majority of our 9,000 people, you can make it. Please come. There's plenty of room. There's plenty of parking. I promise you, you will be so blessed. So please come to our rally, Religious Freedom Rally, tomorrow at noon in Dover at Legislative Green Park. God bless you all. We love you. We support you. And don't give up hope.